I've been wondering, does God love people? For example, does God love Christians? Many Christians believe that God loves them. I would say, what is your evidence of that? You know what I mean? Do Christians get sick? Do they get diseases? Do they have injuries like broken limbs, broken legs and arms and things like that? I think they really do. So what is the evidence that God actually loves them? You know what I mean? If they want to make that claim, I would question that because, I'm just not so sure. I tend to look at religious people as very proud and arrogant. They believe they know all kinds of things, that they have no proof of. And I'm just not so sure that God respects that kind of thing. People who are very proud and puffed up and think they're wise. For me personally, I would much rather approach God in humility as someone like a child who knows nothing, who needs wisdom and understanding to prove the truth, as opposed to somebody who is filled to the brim with lots and lots of knowledge about God, supposedly because of the Bible or something like that, but yet you have no proof of the Bible. So, I do look at that as potentially a pride, and that very easily God is against the proud and won't bless the proud, and that these people are extremely numerous, and that could explain some of the reasons why people who do trust in God are not being taken care of. They want to trust that God protects them and is a shield and a strong tower, but yet where is the evidence of that in their lives? Instead, they suffer car accidents and mishaps and things like that, and injuries and diseases, and really, so I just don't think the evidence is so strong. It's not universal that God actually loves Christians. So then that seems to indicate that perhaps trusting in God is either not enough, or maybe you're trusting in a false God, that doesn't actually exist, or is not, let's just say, is not reality. So there are some problems with people who do claim to believe in God and trust in God. It's like, why are you trusting in God if so many people who do trust in God are not being helped? And they do suffer illnesses and diseases and sicknesses and stuff like that, and injuries and things like that. And, where is the evidence of God being a shield, to believers who trust in God? You know what I mean? I would just kind of question it on that basis, So, me personally, I would approach God in humility, not as someone who knows things and has all kinds of preconceived notions of God and the things of God. Instead, come to God like a little child in total humility, as though you didn't know anything, though you might have a little bit of faith, but, that's a good way to start, in my opinion. And then ask God for logical wisdom and understanding, to prove the truth. Anyway, that's just something to think about.